Hello students, welcome to the series of organic chemistry. Dear students, please subscribe my channel if you are not yet subscribed and don't forget to click on like button and bell button. Dear students, let us learn rubber. Yes, so rubber is highly industrialized material. So this rubber is a natural and synthetic. We have synthetic and natural rubber. Yes, what is natural rubber? When you do the natural rubber structural elucidation, it is nothing but isoprene. What is isoprene? 2-methyl 1,3-butadiene. So this is isoprene. This isoprene upon polymerization by Ziegler-Natta catalysis we are going to get natural rubber. Natural rubber is a cis polymer. It is a cis polymer. So let me write first polymer unit. This is CH2 C, CH3, and what I said, this double bond comes here, CH3 and CH, CH2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the polymer. This is the rubber. So isoprene units of polyisoprene units of rubber. Then what is the difference? The natural rubber is a cis geometry is going to have cis polymer. So this is the double bond, it is going to have cis geometry. Let me write cis geometry. This is C and here hydrogen CH3 and this is CH2 where the chain is this side and this side two CH2 groups are there. CH2 groups. So what is the geometry here? Cis geometry. Cis olefin, cis alkene, and this cis it is going to add to double bond, and this is cis again cis here. Yes students, again cis here. This is CH2 and this is again cis here. Isn't it? And CH2 I can write chain elongation like this. Yes? So here cis and here cis. All are cis. Cis geometry is going to take place. So this cis geometry which is there, yes, this is the cis geometry of natural rubber. Natural rubbers, yes, it can be synthesized similar exactly as natural rubber by Ziegler-Natta catalysis. It is very, very important students. And one more natural rubber which is known as Gatta-Pacha. Most of the times, especially IIT, JAM, you are going to get this type of question. Gatta-Pacha, yes, it is a natural rubber, but it is going to have trans. It is going to have trans geometry. Yes, so natural but trans geometry. And where trans geometry? How to write trans? So this is CH3 and hydrogen. Yes, I can write like this CH2 and 1, 2, 3 and this is CH2. This is Gatta-Pacha. Gatta-Pacha is a trans geometry or trans isomer of natural rubber. Trans isomer, trans isoprene units. This is trans to each other, isn't it? So it is trans. So these two are trans. Yes? So this Gatapacha is trans, while free radical addition polymerization, there is no control over this stereochemistry. So if you want to take, if you take isoprene unit and do the free radical addition polymerization, you are not going to get exclusively either this or this. You are going to get the mixture of this cis and trans. Clear, students? So this Gatapacha is also a natural rubber, but it is an exception where you are going to have trans geometry, trans double bonds. But natural rubber in general is going to have this cis double bonds. So because of this cis double bonds, it is not going to be tightly packed, right? It is going to be elastic. It is like chain, zigzag chain. It can be elastic or it can be flexible. You can elongate and it comes down, comes to the position. But this natural rubber comes from plants. Some rubber plants are there. Usually there are plants in India, rubber plants available in India, Thailand, Malaysia, like that countries. Yes. So this rubber plant gives this latex. From latex we are going to get this rubber. However, this rubber, natural rubber, when you heat it, it is going to become soft. And when you cool it, it is going to become brittle, means it is going to break. So though it is a rubber, we are not going to use this as it is, but simple modification of this structure by doping with sulfur, these double bond positions are going to be taken up by sulfur to form thioether bonds to give more strong polymers. How? Just dope with sulfur or add sulfur, molecular sulfur, and heat it about 70 degrees centigrade. Say for example 5% of sulfur I am going to add to this natural rubber. It is going to form, for example, if I take this unit 1, 2, 3, 4 and this is a unit, it is going to form Ca, C and hydrogen, CH3, CH2, and this is the CH2, and it is going to form this sulfur, and here CH3, C, hydrogen, CH2 and CH2. This is doped polymer with sulfur, isn't it? So this, after doping of this, and it is not just we are using 5%. It is not that all double bonds are going to be formed. So for example, sometimes if I write CH, yes, CH and CH, in this case it may be CH3 and C double bond CH, CH2, and some double bonds will dope or will react with sulfur, and it is going to form this sulfur thioethers and CH2, N, and this is N. Right, students? So this way it can add all double bonds or some double bonds, or its sulfur goes and sits wherever there is a chance, it is goes and sits in between these chains by forming ether linkages, and this process of doping or adding sulfur to this natural rubber is known as vulcanization. Now this vulcanization makes this rubber double strength. This is natural rubber is brittle, but when you dope with this, it is going to be strong rubber, and where it is 2 times or 3 times stronger than the natural one, and it is strong, tensile, and this is and stiffness. So stiffness, it is stiffness also increases. So because of characters these characters, it can be used for making tires for tires. So tires can be prepared from this vulcanized natural rubber. Natural rubber, yes. If you use only this rubber, yes, you have to change your tires every month or even within 15 days. But if you use this vulcanized tires or vulcanized rubber for preparing tires, yes, we can use for long time. So this gives stiffness and strength to the polymer of, that is natural polymer. This is the vulcanization. Dear students, vulcanization, this is the concept where by doping sulfur it is going to give strength to the natural polymer. Next, so synthetic rubbers. So this is natural rubber, vulcanization, and Gattaparcha, synthetic rubbers. So if I take this isoprene and do the synthesis, I am going to get cis and trans. There is no control. So though I am getting some mixture, it is not going to be useful, right? So isoprene unit, if I do the polymerization, yes, by Ziegler-Natta catalysis, we are going to get exactly same as natural polymer, and this upon vulcanization we are going to use. So now we are going to use this Ziegler-Natta catalyst for the making this natural rubber, preparation of natural rubber by Ziegler-Natta catalysis. Let us take some rubbers where more better qualities than this natural rubber. Let us see what are the rubbers available. So synthetic rubber. So under this, first one is neoprene. Neoprene rubber. Neoprene can be prepared from chloroprene. So chloroprene is nothing but 2-chloro-1,3-butadiene. 2-chloro, this is chloroprene. Yes, so homopolymer of this chloroprene upon polymerization, we are going to get polymer of this chloroprene or neoprene. Neoprene we are going to get. Double bond CH and CH2. Yeah, this is neoprene. Neoprene is a rubber. Neoprene is a rubber which can be prepared from chloroprene units. And what are the uses? Yes, it is superior resistance to vegetables and mineral oils. So this neoprene is superior resistance to vegetable oils and mineral oils used to make conveyor belts. Conveyor belts. Yes, and gaskets. Where do you find gaskets and hose pipes? Hose pipes, gaskets. Yes, pressure cooker. You will get this gasket, which is nothing but neoprene, prepared from neoprene. This is one, and B. Buna N rubber. Buna N rubber. This Buna N rubber can be prepared from 1,3-butadiene plus acrylonitrile. isn't it? This is acrylonitrile. Upon polymerization, we are going to get Buna-N rubber. And what are the uses of this? So Buna-N rubber can be written like this. Yes? So Buna-N rubber polymerization gives this is the Buna-N rubber, and uses are resistance to petrol and lubricating oils. So resistant to petrol means, and oils also. Oils. So petrol tanks. You can use petrol tanks and for carrying organic solvents. Organic solvents. For example, if I transport hexane, so there will be drums. So that drums are prepared from Buna-N rubber. Buna-N rubber, because this Buna-N rubber is not going to soluble in petrol products. For example, hexane, like that compounds, I can use this Buna-N rubber for carrying that solvents, and used to make oil seals, tank linings, etc. Used to oil seals also. And already we have learned Buna-S rubber. Buna-S. What is that? Yes, 1,3-butadiene. Same 1,3-butadiene plus styrene. Double bond CH2. Upon polymerization, we are going to get CH2, CH double bond CH, CH2, and then CH phenyl and CH2, and this is the Buna-S rubber. Buna-S rubber. This Buna-S rubber is used for making floor tiles. Floor tiles. Buna-S rubber. Yes, and auto tiles. Floor tiles and auto tiles. Yes, students. Now the question. So, is this homopolymer or copolymer? Neoprene is homopolymer. What about this Buna-N rubber? Homo or co? Yes, it is copolymer. What about this? Buna-S? Buna-S, it is Buna-S. Buna-S is a copolymer. So this is how synthetic rubbers can be prepared starting from chloroprene, and this is 1,3-butadiene, and this is 1,3-butadiene and styrene, like this, by taking write N here, N here, all are N, polymerization. So taking N moles of these monomers, you are going to get the polymer of this Buna-S, Buna-N and neoprene. Yes, students. Next, and how to calculate these molecular weights? Is there any control over these structures? Is there any control over this chain length? Dear students, there is two methods usually used for calculating the molecular weight. One is number average, means the number of units, how many units are there, and mass average. Yes, so there is a calculation methods for the integrated average method is there, number of units present in that particular chain. And nowadays it can be used by simply measuring proton NMR. Proton NMR, for example, if I take this styrene molecule and if I do the free radical addition mechanism, and here there is a phenyl radical. So for example, if I take this, here it is a phenyl here at the end, and here also one phenyl ring, right? We know the phenyl where it comes in. proton NMR and take the integration of phenyl. So hardly each ring, each chain, how many phenyl rings it will have? It will have only one phenyl ring, two phenyl rings, and remaining this is aliphatic ring, aliphatic region, aliphatic and double bond region. So the total how many? Hardly one polymer chain will have hardly 10 protons of these two phenyl rings, which are there both end sides, and remaining chain will come. For example, this is the NMR for CSI, like people I am explaining, students, and here it is a double bond region, and then you will get this single bond region. Yes, CH2. All these CH2 will come. And when you take the integration, so 10 protons, if I get it is about say 5. Integration is 5 millimeter if I measure it with scale. And remaining it is going to be 95 millimeters. So based on this, so 95, each one is, this is going to have 5 millimeters means 10 protons 5 millimeters. If I double it, it is going to be 95 into 95 is 180, that is 190. 190 protons of these isoprene units. How many protons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Say average. So 1 is to how many times? It is going to be about 100 times. So this is how proton NMR can be used. So there are different methods. So molecular weight can be measured by even proton NMR. Yes, students? Right. Next, let us. Thank you, students. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, Venus Academy, if you are not yet subscribed, and don't forget to click on like button and bell button. Thank you. Bye. We will meet again with a new lecture. Till then, bye. Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu. Bye, students.